We have defeated our first boss on the group Ironman account. That's right, last episode we ended off by doing the Archglacier with only tier 30s. But we've got many bosses to go and many upgrades to get. So welcome back to the group Ironman Reaper race. Alright everybody, let's do a quick recap of where we left off last time. My teammates have been grinding quests ever since the release of the group Ironman mode. And in RuneScape 3, every time you get 25 quest points, you can get a reward that will hold some GP. That money has been the main source of our income, and I've not really contributed any GP to the team. In fact, don't tell them this, but I might be the one spending it all. What can I say, we got 50 rune crafting last episode and we are trading magic. Runes are not cheap, so this money is going through quick. But not to worry, today I've got a plan that will pay them back with interest. There's gonna be quite a few steps before we can get started, so let's take things one at a time. Step 1 of the master plan. We need to get level 43 prayer. At level 43 prayer, we will have unlocked all the overhead prayers. And needless to say, those are incredibly useful, halving all incoming damage if you are praying correctly. That's gonna be a huge unlock for all kinds of PVM and bossing, and it is going to be a big part of what makes my plan possible. There is an altar in the wilderness that highly increases your prayer XP when you put bones on it, and there so happen to be some green dragons not that far away from it. The only problem with killing these dragons is that I don't actually have any protection against anti-fire. So I need to do big damage, stun them, and take them out before they attack me like that. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. But that is level 43 prayer coming in, and that unlocks our overhead prayers. We can now protect against any style in the game and reduce a ton of damage. Throughout all of these clips, we are of course still continuing the grind of Dung Engineering towards our chaotic staff, and that's been going pretty well as well, to be honest. I used some of the tokens to buy the Bone Crusher and the Bird Skull necklace. These two items work together in perfect harmony. When you have the Bone Crusher in your inventory, it will bury any bone that you get as a drop from a monster instantly before you ever have to pick it up. It's nice to get a small amount of prayer XP this way, but the Twisted Bird Skull necklace is what really makes this one shine. Because its passive effect is that every time you bury a bone, including the ones from the Bone Crusher, you will gain some prayer points back. This setup, along with the vampirism aura, will mean that we will never run out of prayer, allowing us to continuously use the protection prayers, but we will also never run out of HP through the vampirism aura. So while I'm editing these videos, I'm basically always just AFKing my combat stats up. At these ghouls here, the XP rates are actually pretty ridiculous at this point. That is level 72 coming in, only 8 more levels to go until we can wield that beautiful chaotic staff. We just got level 50 crafting in Dung Engineering, so it's time for me to be a good teammate and create some upgrades for my fellow group Ironman. There is a ruby amulet made, and we can enchant that to become an amulet of strength. This one's going to go straight into storage, and it's going to be an upgrade for Kritia. And I also killed some blue dragons that I turned into a blue dragon body for Chivalric. If you are enjoying this group Ironman mode content, then make sure to like and subscribe. We are on our way to 20,000 subscribers, and there is plenty more content to come. Alright, let's focus back on the requirements for my money-making plan. We already have our protection prayers, but the next big thing on my wish list is to complete the Dung Engineering grind for the chaotic staff that we started last episode. We are back in my favorite place in the game right now, and that is Dung Engineering. We've got a level coming up here, and you might be surprised by how far we've actually gotten. 83 Dung Engineering. I still can't believe it. So you might be wondering, why am I going this far past level 80 when level 80 is the level requirement you need for the chaotic staff? And when you get to level 80, you should have around the amount of tokens that you need to buy the chaotic staff. Well, the chaotic staff costs 200,000 tokens. Getting to level 80 Dung Engineering will require 1.98 million XP and will therefore give you 198,000 tokens. Nice, only 2,000 left to go. That would be the case, but sadly I'm not only spending all our group's money, I'm also spending all my tokens it seems. In episode 1 we of course bought the gem bag. That's only 2000 tokens though, so not a big deal. But earlier today we also bought the bird skull necklace and the bone crusher. And I may or may not have decided it was worth it to buy the quick teleports in Daemonheim for 50,000 tokens. So we will get to enjoy Dungeoneering for a little bit longer. Ayo, 53,000 XP, that's not too bad. Why am I getting firework? Oh my... We got the pet, bro! Dungeoneering pet at 2.8 million experience. Now this is a beautiful memory that I can take everywhere in the game to remind me of this grind we did at the start of the account. Level 84 Dungeoneering coming in. 70,000 experience in a single floor. I think that is my best so far. And with that, I think we have finally reached 200,000 Dungeoneering tokens. And it is time to go shopping. Let's go spend it all once again. Chaotic staff? Yes, please. And look at that. It is so beautiful. We finally have the Chaotic Staff, such a powerful weapon, and I can't wait to wield it. And that brings us to the final goal of the master plan, which is to get level 80 magic in order to be able to equip it. But until then, for now, I can use this awesome staff. Brought to you by today's sponsor, Xsolla. Xsolla and Jagex partnered up to release an exclusive weapon cosmetic pack into the game. This cosmetic pack will include 3 different skins for a magic, ranged and melee weapon. The best thing is you can obtain this totally for free. All you've got to do is click the link in the description, make an account on the Xsolla website, and you will instantly get a code that you can redeem on the official RuneScape website to obtain the weapon skins. These skins will only be available for a little while, up until the 18th of November, after they will not be available for at least 12 months, so if you want some new cosmetics for absolutely free, then check out the link in the description. And a huge thanks to Xsolla for supporting the videos. We have a little bit of a problem in training combat to level 80 though. And that is that up until this point, all my combat training methods have been relying on the vampirism aura, which I can't use to grind out these 80 levels, as it has a cooldown every time you use it. The vampirism aura allows me to take on some pretty strong mobs and just tank their hits and heal it back up, while I AFK train my combat skills. But I just want to grind out this level 80 magic right now, and I don't want to wait for vampirism to come off cooldown. So it's time for me to introduce you to an unethical group Ironman training method. In RuneScape, when you defeat a monster, you will gain experience based on how much HP of the monster you took out. Let's say a monster gives 100 XP in total and you deal 100 HP of its damage. You will gain the full 100 experience. But what if 2 players attack one monster and they both deal 50 HP of the monster? Then they both will get 50 experience. That makes sense, right? But in group Ironman mode, everything needs to be done either by you or your teammates. So if you deal any amount of damage, even if it's 99%, and one other player that's not in your team deals 1 HP to the monster, you will not gain any experience at all. This way you can't really use other accounts to assist you in gaining experience or drops. However, let's say, hypothetically, you have an account that uses an aggression potion. All the monsters run onto the player, but that player doesn't attack the monsters back. That is exactly what my friend Chivalric set up here on his main account. Look at that, all these skeletons are aggressive and attacking him, but he is not attacking them back, so all these monsters are still at full HP and have not been damaged yet. So if we just charge a beautiful little detonate here, boom, huge XP drop. So this is basically what I'm doing here. Chivalric is using an aggression potion, and I'm just doing area of effect hits on the monsters. This really doesn't boost the XP rates by all that much, but it does mean that my area of effect abilities hit more monsters as they are more grouped up, which does slightly increase my XP per hour here. This is already pretty tryhard and we're getting about 200,000 XP, but we can do better. At this point we are level 78 magic, and at level 81 we would unlock the Tsunami ability, another very strong area of effect ability. And it just so happens that you can buy Wizard Mind Bombs in Falador, which boost your level by exactly 3. So with a full inventory of these, I will just drink one of these every single time my Tsunami comes off cooldown and hit all of these skeletons. And to juice out that final bit of damage, I am swapping between my Twisted Bird Skull necklace to upkeep my prayer and my Salve amulet for that 15% damage against undead monsters. And with all these tricks, we're getting up to like 250,000 magic XP an hour here. Our friend Chivalric went to bed, so we no longer have him here to group up all these skeletons, but that's okay because we are approaching level 80 here, and there you go. Look at that. Level 80 magic with a chaotic staff and a Dungeoneering pet. Not bad on day 5 of the group Iron Man account. And with that, it is finally time to go back where we left off last episode. Welcome back once again to the Archglaicor. I just can't get away from this guy. The thing is, now we can actually do 5 mechanics, and the amount of loot that you get from this is multiplied by a lot. We've got Krydia with us here, we're gonna duo this, and we're gonna do this for about an hour and see what we get.
My brothers don't die, we just pussy bop. I tell you, I got to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. My brothers don't die, we just pussy bop.
Yo, first collection log drop. Dark Nylas, this is gonna be useful for him to make the weapons at some point, but we need quite a few of these. We made so much money, look at this, over 3.2 million GP in the wealth evaluator, and that's without even opening all the crystal keys and such. And we also got some elite clues from the Glacier, so let's put those in the storage as well, because who knows, maybe Chivalric might solve them, and they might turn into some caskets in here soon. In fact, why don't we quickly open all of these, because these have all kinds of great rewards like seeds, gems, runes, and alkables. At this point we just need to go buy some nature runes so we can actually alch all of these things. And look at that cash tag, over 4 million GP. The metal spooder is now the sugar daddy of the group. And just in time too, because tomorrow when the traveling merchant is coming around, they might be having something that I want to buy. I'll see you next time.
My brothers don't die.